All right, finally, we get to Primate, which is 2026 horror film. I think it's a Blumhouse film. I believe, could be wrong. But yeah, this is the latest, uh, most recent horror movie of January. And a lot of people seem to hate a lot of horror in January because, that's the month of bad horror movies. But I actually liked a few movies that came out during that, so whatever. This is one of them. Um, but yeah, the trailer I saw it. It's basically a Cujo, but with a monkey. Which I'm not a fan of Cujo, but I like this movie way more than you know Cujo, which I believe they're remaking as well. So boo hoo. But yeah, this guy Jonathan what is it, Johannes? I'm not even sure how to say his name, but Christopher Edward Roberts, basically. Um, the director, I believe he wrote this, I believe. He might have just directed it, but he's done the 47 Meters Down films. I remember the first one okay, although the ending, it seems people are confused. People are like, it's a mixed bag. I don't mind shark movies. I mean, I like Bait, which is also a shark movie. 40 Meters Down, Uncaged, which it was okay. I don't even remember finishing it. But Strangers Prey at Night, I really like. I really enjoy. I think that one's an underrated, installment in that franchise, considering with the recent, Rennie Harlan trilogy. I don't think I'll watch Prey at Night over the original Strangers and the new ones. Although I did like Chapter 2, so I saw that in the theater. So I like that one because it was fast paced at least. But yeah, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is fine. It's fine for what it is. I'm not even a big fan of those movies. I can watch 1 through 3 at least. The rest of them, no, just no. But I'll stick with the first 3 Resident Evil films and uh, Welcome to Raccoon City, despite how it, handled Leon's character. But yeah, this movie, Primate, it's a pretty good one. I would say it's it's an all right gore fest. It's not too over, it's not Terrifier gore, but although there is some decent kills, like one guy's mouth gets messed up. I don't know what he does with the black guy, but because they totally don't. I don't even think they show his death. They just show him getting bludgeoned with a shovel thing. But yeah, I mean, people were making fun of, I guess, the effects on the monkey suit, which I'm like, I don't understand. Like, you expect them to like actually use a monkey, I guess, in certain shots, versus a dude in a suit or animatronic puppetry even, which I thought the stuff done with Ben, I thought was really well done. I did like the back and forth of you know the characters kind of conflicted a little bit with him, and then they, I guess, automatically, oh, he's got rabies. Um, but yeah, the story is basically Lucy, who is, I guess, the older sister of Aaron, the younger sister who lives with, I guess, their dad's death. Well, I don't guess their dad's death. So I did like how they play with the sound. Like when he's around, they don't they mute everything to like mimic his non-hearing. And apparently, I guess that actor is actually deaf. So I thought he did decent for what he had to do. I would say I did like his character. Grant, you don't know much about him, but I liked him off the bat. He seemed like a caring father. Although I would question his reasoning of having a family chimp. I mean, granted, you can argue, oh, Michael Jackson did it. Yeah, but even he, Bubbles got older. He had to. As soon as he started showing signs of being a bit too old, a little too strong for his britches, he sent him off. This guy, like, they don't really explain. They do kind of explain in news clippings of how he got the chimp, I guess. I have to say, I guess, because it was in the credits, or the intro credits, and the acting is the acting from most of the actors, actresses, they were fine. I mean, I don't know how to say the lead girl's name, Johnny something. She plays Lucy. I thought she was decent. Not a whole lot to the other characters. I mean, I guess one character is dating, or I guess one of them's so and so's brother, and I guess she had the hots for the one guy of the group. Um, there was this one annoying character that showed up. These two frat, dudes. I guess they met off the plane. Really annoying. I was so glad when Ben disposed of the one upstairs. I mean, talk about he's literally being racist to Ben when he's starting to beat on his chest and acting like a animal, a monkey himself. I'm like, yeah, all right, Ben, show him who's boss. But yeah, the other characters, I mean, you have Kate, you have Hannah. They were fine. Like, you don't really know much about them. Again, like, and I guess pretty much Aaron and Lucy's relationship is a bit sour or bitter because I guess she left. I guess she went off to college, I assume, and I guess I guess Aaron didn't like that she, left her back. But yeah, overall, like the shots, some of the camera angles are pretty good. I did like some of the camera panning in this, some of the camera work. I will say the scene with the chick in the USV or whatever car that is, when in the trailer when he pulls her back into the car, is pretty brutal. I will say, I would say that's probably the best scene because he just goes ape crazy on her in that car. It's like, wow. But yeah, overall, like it's decent gore effects, makeup effects. I can't really say I had much problems aside from, again, like the fact that the dad is comfortable with having again, family chimp, and I don't know how strong chimpanzees, younger. I don't know how old Ben's supposed to be here, but the fact that like the stories I've heard, and literally on TV where you see, I saw this one woman, she got her face literally eaten from a chimpanzee, going crazy on her face, and she had to get surgery. So like, and it was like a little chimpanzee. So like the fact that this chimpanzee is able to like, people are able to still Superman punch Ben around and grab him and just toss him around. I'm like, no. He would literally, and then he shows them teeth, and like, no, just no. The fact, and there's only like one scene where I thought was the most realistic in this entire movie is when he smacks Lucy across the face, literally knocking her unconscious. Like that's the most realistic scene I've seen in this entire movie. Because like you hear like the stories of like chimpanzees, monkeys being stronger than an average human, like 2 or 3 of them. So like that's a lot of weight coming just from one hand. Let alone it starts to smash into the ground like it's Hulk smash. But yeah, so some of the stuff with the physicality, I guess you have to suspend disbelief, but I was like, wow, okay. But yeah, overall, I did enjoy the film. I will say it wasn't long. I did like the ending. It's not a sequel bait ending, although they do. I did like Lucy is going to have PTSD after this. I would just say that with tablet voices because they use like this tablet thing to communicate with Ben, I guess. And like he in the trailer, he says Lucy bad a bunch of times, so that does come to play at the end. So I did like that. But yeah, there's definitely no sequel bait ending. At least no possibility. But I do wonder. Now Ben bit the younger sister, Aaron. Now is she going to be like infected with rabies? Like how does that? I'm pretty sure when an animal bites, you know, a person with especially with that a disease, I'm pretty sure you're. And I guess depends on how long you have or how long you've been bitten or whatever or infected, if you even are. But and they don't really say how he got it. I don't think, aside from a testing thing or something. They ran tests, and I guess he tested positive. But they don't say like how he got it, aside from, I guess he got bit by something, and then he's just infected, and then also his mood swings were odd. I didn't understand. I don't understand how that works. Like he's calm at some points, and then like he just switches in like a on a dime, like when loud noises happen. There's a scene where literally Dora the Explorer, he I guess he doesn't like Dora. Don't play Dora around him. Um I did like the scene in the trailer where they're in the closet and they're trying to hide from him, so they gotta be quiet, and he can smell them, it seems. I would assume he recognizes Lucy's smell, but I guess not. Um But yeah, it is a bit of a sad movie, I would say. Although I will say it's got to be one of my favorite films of the year so far. Um, I'll say that. So because at least it wasn't a typical, horror cliche ending. I'll say that. But again, I did like the dad character, though he's not in it a whole lot. He's at the beginning and then he leaves to go book signing because I guess he's a famous author, and they also want to make his book into a movie. I don't even think they ever specify what he wrote about, but I would have liked to known with the subtitles because there's no subtitles when he does his sign language. They don't. There was no subtitles, so I don't know what the conversation. But yeah, if anybody's interested in paid request of movie reviews, commentaries, or reaction videos, link to the PayPal down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you. Peace and love.